director for NADMO, the National Disaster Management Organization, one of the another ill-resourced organization. I know you won't say that, but I will say that on your behalf. Pascal, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm doing well, sir.
And it's nice to have you on the line, sir. Tuesday, when I spoke to you, you said you were doing sort of a reconnaissance with the Volta regional minister.
Yes,
At the time, you said there were 11 districts and municipalities that had been affected. Was that confirmed by when you moved around, or there was one more that you left out?
Yeah. Now it is 12.
12?
Yes.
Okay, 12. Which place did you find was not on the original list?
Originally, Central Tongue was not there.
Central Tongue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are not Central Tongue.
What did you see when you went around the areas? How bad was the situation?
The situation is very terrible because most of the communities have been stagnant, and life has become very unbearable because people have to move by using canoes from one house to the other. But in the city center, we have identified that the major problem is about drainage, proper drainage system. We are lacking better drainage systems in the city centers like Sugakope proper. We started our journey from Sugakope. We visited a few communities like Grover, Kope, Chavanya, Dojinu, Tekle, Sokwe, and Namiria, one is Trinity Spa, then Sogasco area.
Yes.
There's one thing standing out that everybody is trying to protect the building by making some form of embankment, even on the way of the water, where the water is supposed to flow freely, and there's some form of channel at the backyard of the people. Everybody is trying to protect their building. So they are making embankments and they are diverting the flow of the water. And you know that water would like to flow in a straight line. So once you divert, it takes its own course and it enters people's house. So we move around and we entered some houses. Then we follow the channel. You know, there's this river, the Volta river is there. So if the water is properly channeled, after 2 hours or 3 hours of rain, everybody should have been safe. But that is not the situation. So together with the DC and the regional minister, we have agreed that the engineers should come back to site and identify where and how the redesigning should be done. But in the interim, we have to break some people's walls to pave way for the water to move. There are some churches on the waterway. We have to break their walls to pave way for the water to move. So we went to some other areas. We went to Keta and most of the facilities, public facilities like school and chief compound, are still underwater. They are submerged in a massive state. And those living in the communities too, when they have to move, they have to use canoes to be able to move. Farmlands have been inundated, crops have been destroyed, livestock have been destroyed, homes have been occupied by water, and nobody is safe. So one other thing we have identified is that we ended our journey at where the spillway is at Azizagi near Keta or Keji. We realized that we needed to spill the water for the lagoon to flow because all this surface water and all this runoff water tending into floods, it's ending in the lagoon instead of ending into the sea. So the spillway must be open. So together with the technical people, we are planning to spill the water. We have notified VRA and we have consulted Amandi. That is currently the contractors working on the sea defense at Ambaveji. And Amandi has promised that if we are ready and give them 5 days notice, they will help us to open the spillway because the sand that is being dumped from the sea has blocked the spillway and it needed to be excavated. So the district chief, the MCE, together with NADMO, as we speak currently, they are doing community sensitization for the people within the enclaves to know that in a few days to come, we are coming to spill the lagoon to allow free flow from all these communities, all these districts, because all the water is moving downstream and it's ending into the sea. So when we pave the way for the water, then we can assure that the people will get some form of relief.
Do you have any timelines within which Amandi, will be able to start and complete this work?
Yes, Amandi has assured us that within 3 days they should be able to complete the work. But because of the preliminary activities that we have to undertake, like the sensitization and also conscientizing the people well, it will take about a week to start the project. So the first thing that we are doing now is the sensitization. Once we are done, we give alert to Amandi and they will come and help us. VRA has also said, and the technical people have said that within where the design is for the spillway, it has been done for a long time now. So there are some metals that needed to be crushed before they can undertake the exercise. So all those things put together, we are showing the people that within a week, once we are prepared, we will spill the water and at least the volumes of water in the houses of people to a greater extent to reduce.
Well, that's it. But you said you're doing sensitization. Does that mean that if you decide when the spill starts, the people experience some flooding, how would the people be affected by the spilling when it starts, the spillage?
The communities, we can assure that they will be safe. Technically, they have assured us that floods will not affect them. But you cannot just be sleeping or you're in your house, then you realize that they have spilled the water. There are people living within the enclave. So the first thing to do is to create the awareness for them to be aware that we are coming to spill the water. And we will do it technically that those that will be affected will get a better place for them and save them to stay before the village is done.
Okay. So that is because that area has already been experiencing some flooding due to, like you said, the overflow of the lagoon.
Yeah.
But there were also roads in that area that had been overtaken by floods. Have the floodwaters receded? Are people able to use those roads, or it's still the same?
Yes, it has receded to some extent. For example, the road to Fiako, that is within Ango district. Now, I have left Keta. The road from Fiako to Kome and to Alakle. To get to the town, you should be able to drive in water. But the volumes are receded now. But water is still on the road. If we go to Seva, as for several, it has been cut off totally because the lagoon has flooded, and there's no way you can move from Anyako to Seva without passing through water. So the level is not as it was, but there's still water on those roads.
You also said there were some communities that were submerged.
Yes.
Do you remember the names of those communities? And what was the extent of? Because it's like the water has taken over the communities.
Yes.
Completely, or the entire community, or there were some places left.
If you go to Aboleve and Angolopi, the whole town is submerged. If you come to that is in Keta district or municipality. If you come to a place like Agbogba and Agbito, all in South Town, they are submerged. You can only enter the town by moving in water. If you go to Blamazado and Agobleveti, also in Anor district, there's no way you can enter the town without moving through floodwater.
I see. Has there been any improvement since you went there?
Yeah, the situation is better because the rains have receded. Yesterday it didn't rain. This morning too, there was no rain. So my checks have revealed that the level has gone down, but the situation is not completely over.
I see. After doing what you did and I guess you were saying you're trying to create a channel for the water to flow out of home and community in a place like Sugakop. After you did that, did you see the results?
Yes. Now the situation is improved. The situation is improved. The way there was flood water in houses, now the houses are getting drier, and life is returning to normality. And if you come to Agotino's, that's better. The only bridge connecting better to Ho has been part of on Tuesday. So we had to get our officers to be around and be directing traffic because people don't know the extent of the bridge. So when you are traveling you are moving in water, if you are not careful, it can cause trouble. So they have done that the whole day. Fortunately for us, when we went there in the evening, the flood waters have receded, the level has gone down. And now the bridge is free and everybody is using it. The communities there in the houses that were flooded, now the water has receded. And I was speaking with the MP yesterday. He has released some funds to be able to procure some few relief items in the form of food items to support the people. So this morning, that assistance will also go. As NADMO, today we are sure that we'll get a very comprehensive data on the communities affected, the number of people affected, the number of houses affected, the number of households affected, and if there are some disabled people affected too. We'll get a very comprehensive data. Then we can respond appropriately in the form of relief.
I see. Do you have the relief items available?
Yeah, we have what it takes to respond to this current situation.
You have what it takes to respond because you're describing a situation that has affected 12 districts and municipalities.
Yes.
I'm not sure you've encountered that before.
Yes, we have not. But because of the release of the 300 million that the president has promised from the contingency fund, this morning I got indications from my regional minister that they are making some allocations for all the affected areas. And hopefully, once we get those allocations in addition to what we have at NADMO, I'm sure to a greater extent we can respond appropriately.
And give us an idea of the spread of the district and municipalities that were affected. Starting from where to where, which area? Because initially we thought it was only the southern part of the Volta region.
Okay. So from the southern sector, Keta is one. Anglo district is one. Keti South, Keti North, Akachi South, Akachi North. All the three tongues, South tongue, Central tongue, North tongue. Then Adapu. Then Abati Maziopi. And home municipal. Fortunately for us, those upstream, the up north districts, did not reported any incident of floods as we speak at the moment. So out of 18 districts, we have 12 that is being affected currently.
See, you said home municipal.
Yes.
Are you based in home municipal?
Yes,
were you affected?
No, I'm not affected.
Was the NADMO office touched?
Not at all.
Any of the government facilities that was touched?
Apart from roads and bridges or culverts, no other facility has been affected. Schools have not been affected. Electric installations have not been affected. Government buildings have not been affected as we speak. But we have some bridges or culverts that have been damaged. For example, if you go to a place like Ajima Copper, the bridge has been totally collapsed. So people in the community cannot travel across the bridge. And
in fact, that was what I was coming to ask you about, the damage to infrastructure, because we saw the matter of the Kweto Bridge being submerged.
Yes.
Was the integrity of the bridge affected in any way? The roads that you're seeing, do we have extensive roadworks to maintain after this?
Fortunately for us, about the Kweto Bridge, because of the new road construction, the Big Fish project, they are building a new bridge just side by side the old one. Work is still underway. So we can say that about the structural integrity of the bridge, that one we cannot guarantee that it is as it was, because it's been a long time that work has been done in the bridge. And once it is soaking water as a result of flood, you cannot guarantee that it to be as it was. But the one at Ho Ajimakop, that one has collapsed totally. If you get there, you see that you cannot even move with your foot across the bridge. Neither can cars move. But the municipal chief executive has assured us that he's in contact with Works and Housing, and they have identified all the places that need redesigning. So, but work is yet to progress on these areas.
Well, Pascal, because you say that at least you have what you need, but if you got help from private citizens, would you like it?
Oh, as for help, that will support people. If we get it in abundance, it is good. Because whatever we have now, with the numbers, it may not suffice for all of them. So when you get there, and somebody can get maybe 5 kg of rice, for example, and private citizens have also added to what we have, and the people can get 10 kg of rice, for example, it will be good news.
I see. And I know the needs of the people may be many.
Yes.
People have lost so much.
Yes.
Is NADMO in a position to restore them to where they were before the floods?
has never been able to restore people fully to where they were. For example, if there are flood water, if there is flood water and it has entered your building and all your personal belongings have been carried away, maybe you have cash in the room, 100,000, 200,000. In some cases, water has carried it away. NADMO will not be able to fully support you to get to where you were. All we do is to alleviate the plight of the people for life to return to normality. So maybe what we give you can last you for a few days. We cannot buy you a TV set, buy you all your belongings. And the numbers are huge. So I cannot say here, I will not be fair if I say that NADMO will be able to restore people to the fullness when disaster strikes.
I see. Pascal, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us today too. Yes. Pascal Agwagwa is Volta Regional Director, NADMO. They've been trying to keep up. On Tuesday, he told me there were 11. He said after they went around, they realized that Central Tongue was also affected. So that means that none of the southern district and municipalities were left unaffected. None of them. Then they added the middle part to it. He said it went as far as whole municipality. Out of, I think they say 18, 12 were affected. So only 6 were left unaffected. So there's the northern part that was untouched. The northern part of the Volta region that was untouched. Taking us to 2 minutes past 9 here in the studios of Radio Gold 90.5 FM. Just a few things to do. And I'll come back because Mr. Lavon has been doing some digging on this matter of floods, how far back it goes. The solutions we have attempted, how they've held up. And then, of course, there's the decision to always think that we are the special breed of God. Like when God was creating people, he created us first and said these people are special. Whatever happens, it won't touch them. I am protecting them, covering them, no matter what they do. Even if they are the problem, I am covering them. But anyway, you can decide for once to not be Ghanaian by securing the things you have. Because take a leaf out of Kofi's book. When Kofi shop caught fire, he didn't just lose goods, he lost hope. But SIC Insurance was there to help him rebuild, restore, and smile again. He found a friend in SIC. Aram also found a friend in SIC Insurance. Because when a car was damaged, SIC responded with speed, getting her back on the road and back to joy. And when Alassan's family faced the unexpected, SIC stood by them, replacing every stolen item and restoring peace of mind. These are the moments that matter to the Kofis, the Aram, the Alassans, and to you. At SIC Insurance, every policy carries a sacred promise to care, to deliver, to be there when it matters most. Is that not what a friend is for? So join the SIC Insurance family today for your motor, fire, accident, travel, and marine insurance needs. You'll be glad you did. If you want to find out how you can also be a friend of SIC, doctor, broker, or any of the alliances agents today, or call toll free on 0800 100 055. Tell them what you value, and they will tell you how to secure that. SIC Insurance, their promises are sacred. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back.